Hello, everyone. Welcome to part 7 of my story, Married to a DEA FBI Informant. Sometime in 1998, he's hibernating. He's not going many places. I guess he's laying low because of everything that's happening, everything that's gonna happen. He decided that it was time for me and the other ladies to finally officially meet one another. He was like, she's always asking about you. She wants to meet you. So, um, are you gonna be fine with meeting her? So I was like, well, yeah, I'm fine with meeting her. So, he decided that it would be best if they came over to my place. It was a weekend night. He showed up first. He knocked on the door. He came inside, and then he was like, "Yeah, she's gonna be coming up." So she came up with her baby, and she had a seat, and she sat down, and he was asking me what did I cook, and so I was telling him what I cooked, and he was sitting there just smiling and doing like eyes and stuff to her. So I guess that irritated her a little bit. But he asking her why she's so quiet. He was like, "Yeah, you wanted to meet her, you wanted to see her. Well, here she is." And so out of nowhere, she put her baby down and started screaming and hollering at him. And he was telling her that it was time for her to go, that she needs to leave, that he was staying. And so they broke out inside. They just had a whole fight in front of me. And I'm just sitting there like, what the hell is happening? My two kids are sitting there. Her baby is sitting there. And it's just like a big mess. And so eventually, he pushed her outside the door and she's on the porch and she's banging and banging and banging on the door. And so he opens the door and he tells her that, yeah, you're going to have to leave. You're going to have to leave because I knew it was a problem. I should have never brought you over here because you don't know how to act or whatever. So pretty much I decided it's time for both of them to leave because, this little meeting done went left and I don't know what's going on. Like, we were supposed to be meeting. The kids were supposed to be meeting each other from what he had told me. This lady wanted to meet me. She wanted to see me. And then I just don't know what happened past that. Well, eventually he calls me the next day and he says, she apologizes about everything. She kind of got in her feelings or whatever. And I don't know why she would get in her feelings. Like, honestly, I'm a woman now and I tell you she was a attractive lady. Like, it was nothing wrong with her. But I guess his manipulation and his tactics that he was using at the time kind of got the best of her, but it did not get the best of me at that time. So I was pretty much like I am nonchalant about it. And so he decided that, hey, we're going to do another meeting. This time you're going to come over here and bring the kids. And so I was pretty much like, I don't want to go over there. And then he was like, why? Because, she feel comfortable if you come over here than her going over there. And it's not going to be a problem with you coming over here. He said, I already talked to her and, everything is good. And so I was like, well, okay, yeah. And he was like, but first I'll go out to dinner and hang out and then we're gonna come back over here and we're gonna watch a movie. So I was like, okay, that's cool. So he picks me up with her in the car and her baby, and me and the kids, we get in, we go out to Beaumont, we go out to eat out there. We're sitting there, we're eating at a seafood restaurant. There was someone from Port Arthur that recognized us all and that's sitting there eating together and came over and was talking to him. Pretty much we ate, then we drove over back to her place again. And so it was already known that I would be staying the night there. And so he was pretty much like, you're going to sleep here with the kids on this sofa. I'm gonna be here and she's gonna be inside the bedroom. And so um the whole weekend went off. We didn't get into it. We played video games, we watched movies, all that type of stuff. And then it was time for her to go back to work. And so he was like, hey, I'm gonna take y'all back to the house. Like, I'm gonna come back and get y'all. And so I was like, come back and get us. He was like, yeah, she go to work tonight. And so I was like, oh, okay. So when I came back, we went to my place, we come back over there, and that's when he tell me that, basically, hey, this is your new residence now. This is where you live, you and the kids. Like, I want my kids in my life. I need to be able to watch you. I already talked to her about everything. She's cool with you being over here, you and the kids. And if you decide that you don't want to be over here, I'm just not gonna be able to deal with you no more. And so I was like, what? Like, so now we're like a full blown happy family. Him, me, her, and our kids. Lo and behold, when I got there, I didn't even know that she was pregnant again. So this lady is pregnant and I get pregnant. So now we're both pregnant at the same time. Pretty much like, I don't too much know if that's my baby. You know, she work over at the prison. It's no telling what she doing over there, and I barely ever touch her. And so I'm freaked out, like, how the F I'm pregnant and she pregnant too, and now that's over here, I want to leave. And he was like, you can't leave. You already know what the agreement is. You have to stay here until I finish working this stuff out. And so I was just like stuck. Well, anyway, she delivers her baby. She names the baby after him. And he tells her that she's not allowed to come home. She has to go live at her mom's house since she had the baby. So I remember I went to go stay with my family for a few days, and he came to pick me up. And when he picked me up, I put the kids to sleep, and me and him got in the bed together, and we were laying there and we were talking, and out of nowhere we just heard a boom, bang, the closet door flew open, and she jumps out. She done jumped out, and she's screaming, trying to jump on me, and he jumps up and he's telling her, how the F you got up in here? I told you you're supposed to be at your mom's house. And she's like, I'm sick of this. I want her out. And he was like, you know, if she leave, I'ma leave too. So you still want her out? And she was like, why are you doing this to me or whatever? And so I'm pretty much like, I'm ready to go. I'm sick of this. I don't want to be here anymore and stuff. And he was like, you're not going nowhere. And he was like, you know, she pregnant. She having my baby. You need to get over it. Like, he telling this to this lady to her face while he's like standing up in between me and her. And then out of nowhere, she was like a linebacker. Like, she just charged at him, knocked him back, and she was trying to get to me. And so she didn't know that I grew up in a house full of sisters, and all we did was fight. So I